Nothing in one the count. The 0-1 delivery off the plate. 1-1 rather. The count. The 1-1 delivery. In the dirt for a ball. 2-1 the count now. Two and one, the count. McTavish, who works quickly, has a sign, comes set, and delivers. Over but high, and that one, that'll even up the count at 2-2. Eagles with 2 hits so far in these 2 games. Raiders yet to get a hit yet. McTavish delivers. And there for a strike. Full count now to the Eagles' right fielder, Jazz Watkins, who's been a pest on the bases all day long, or all tournament long, rather. The payoff pitch from McTavish. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Threw it by Watkins for the strike. And that'll bring up Madison Lanier.
Stop, number 14, Madison Lanier.
Lanier with one of the 2 hits so far for the Eagles in this game as we are in the top of the 3rd. Eagles have gotten runners on but have not been able to plate one yet. They get them on, but then are unable to convert as Lanier takes that first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. McTavish delivers. High, evens up the count at 1-1. Don't forget, the winner of this game will play tomorrow at 12:30 for Game 13 of the tournament against the Tigers of Chat State. Pitch is in there for a strike, 1-2. That game at 12:30. The winner of that game will play right after at 3 o'clock against the Pioneers of Vol State for the championship. The 1-2 from McTavish, hit into the air. No one's able to get to it. It'll roll foul, and we'll do it again. The winner of this game will play tomorrow for the right to play in the championship game. So a lot at stake for these ladies. The 1-2 from McTavish. Swung on and missed. Threw it by her. Back-to-back strikeouts for McTavish.
The next batter for the Lady Eagles.
And that'll bring up the first baseman,
number 8, Brooklyn Davidson.
Brooklyn Davidson, as you hear Jay Harper talk about. McTavish now with 4 Ks in this game has really been working up in the zone when she gets ahead in the count. First pitch in there for a strike, and she's been doing a good job of getting ahead in the count early. You like to see that from your pitcher when she's working the circle like this. McTavish has been a workhorse all year long as that one's fouled back and out of play, 0-2 the count. And as a pitcher, it just opens up so many opportunities for a pitcher of the caliber of McTavish when she gets ahead like this, because it makes the hitters start guessing what is she going to throw here. She can throw the off-speed stuff. She can ride it high, get with the rise ball. The delivery swung on and fisted foul down the left field line. The count will remain 0-2. McTavish has been getting batters out with the strikeout with that rise ball here in this game so far. We'll see if she goes with the rise ball or is she going to come back with the off-speed stuff. The 0-2 delivery from McTavish. Off-speed and just off the plate. A little bit of a change-up with that one, but not the slow change that you see. 1-2 the count. Wind picking up a little bit, moving from right field to left field. The 1-2 delivery now swung on and missed, and McTavish strikes out the side. 3 up and 3 down for the Eagles.
Striking out the side to complete the inning. As we move along, keep in mind more action tomorrow.
Well, we'll go to the bottom of the third inning. We'll take a quick break and see one of our word from one of our sponsors here. TCCAA action here on the Game Time Sports Network. We'll be back in a minute.
It will feature the winner.
State is amazing. Here you'll get a top-notch education with professors who inspire. And with Tennessee Promise or Reconnect, it can be very affordable. Ball State offers small class sizes, 4 convenient locations, and we are big on experiences. Whether you thrive in the lab, the studio, the field, the classroom, or just enjoy hanging around campus, join the family. Go to ballstate.edu to get started.
Welcome back on the Game Time Sports Network here. Bill Conley with the call. Appreciate everybody joining us here for the TCCAA Region 7 Championship action. Here this tournament continues. Again, tomorrow we'll have the winner of this game against Chat State at 12:30 for the right to play the Volunteer State Pioneers tomorrow at 3 o'clock for the championship game. So a lot at stake to play for here as we move to the bottom of the third inning for the Raiders. The left fielder, number 20, Lizzie Lowe.
Now batting, number 20, Lizzie Lowe.
Chilton kicks and fires, delivers low and away. 1-0 the count. We've got a good pitcher's duel shaping up here in this game so far. A 1-0 delivery. She checked her swing, did Lowe. Did she go? And they're going to say no, she was able to hold it. And I completely agree with that one. 2-0 the count on Lowe. Chilton kicks and fires in there for a strike. 2-1 the count now. Still no score. Chilton looking over her options. Delivers. Foul back and out of play. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Really a chess match here between these two pitchers and the batters. It opens up so much more for you as a pitcher when you can get ahead. And she had Lowe fooled with that one, did Chilton. And she has her second strikeout of the game, and that'll bring up Mara Yo.
Raiders, it's the right fielder, number 8, Mara Yo.
If Yo can get on, it'll bring the top of the order back up for the Raiders. Yo takes the first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 delivery from Chilton. Waved at and missed by Yo, and Chilton now is quickly ahead, 0-2. They are shading Yo to left field. She slaps it that one over to third, across the diamond, and in time, and Yo is retired. 5-3 on the putout, and they're quickly 2 out in the inning. And that'll bring up the top of the order, and Kyla Swafford.
With 2 outs, the top of the order returns to the batter's box. It's number 1, the center fielder, Kyla Swafford.
Swafford grounded to short her first time up. Chilton working the second time in this lineup delivers the first pitch outside. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 delivery. The off speed in there by Chilton for a strike. 1-1 the count. Swafford, the slap hitter, so she'll run up into the left-handed batter's box and slap it like she did there, but that one's fouled. Backing out of play, that'll make the count move to 1-2 now, and that'll put Chilton in the driver's seat. Getting ahead in the count. The 1-2. Off speed, Chilton up with it, flips it in the glove hand to her first baseman, Davidson, in time for the out. 1-3 on the put up. 3 up and 3 down. Go the Raiders.
We'll move on to the top of the fourth inning.
We go to the fourth. Still no score. Let's take a quick break, pay a couple of bills, and we'll come back here for the top of the fourth inning. You're watching TCCAA playoff softball.
The winner of this game will.
I chose Columbia State because it was very convenient. It's close to home.
I get a real sense of community, a sense of family.
I absolutely fell in love with the campus and the faculty and the programs and everything like that, and it was so awesome for me.
Explore your opportunities.
All right, we're back at it. Top of the fourth inning here in this action. The Eagles will send up the heart of the order, 4-5-6. Here, Jada Moore, the center fielder.
Eagles, it's their center fielder, number 18, Jada Moore.
Neither team able to scratch across a run yet here as we are in the fourth inning. McTavish and Chilton in a pitcher's duel so far through 3 innings. That first pitch is inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. McTavish looking for the sign. She's got it and delivers. In there for a strike. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Defense playing straight away on Moore, who can hit to all fields and with power. The 1-1 delivery. Swung on. Hit to the shortstop. Up with it is Lanier across the diamond. Hensley, rather, to Lucas, and in time for the out.
The next batter is the opposing pitcher, number 5, Ella Chilton.
That'll bring up Chilton. So good play by Hensley. Coming up with it clean, fires quickly across the diamond to Lucas. Chilton now with a chance to help herself, as we often say, for pitchers who hit for themselves. She fouls that one back, 0-1 the count. We've had Chilton against McTavish in the circle, but now it's McTavish against Chilton from the batter's box. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. Chilton went for the high heater and came up empty, 0-2. McTavish does a good job of teasing batters with that high cheese, and they have yet to come up and put a bat on it yet. Swung on and missed, threw it by her again. And McTavish is dealing.
The next batter is the designated player, number 3, Ellen Adair.
That's 6 strikeouts now for McTavish. She has struck out 4 of the last 5 batters. And that'll bring up Ellen Adair. And again, McTavish is just pounding that strike zone. Getting ahead, 0-1. It's so it seems so simple that if you get ahead in the count, you can – so many things, good things will happen for you, but it is easier said than done. But she is making it look awful easy right now. McTavish ahead now, 0-2. You wonder now if she's going to throw the changeup here. Adair fouls that one off. The count remains 0-2, and we'll see what McTavish does here. The 0-2 delivery. Swung on and popped up. Backing out of play. We'll do it again. Top of the fourth. Still no score. Winner moves on to play the Tigers of Chat State tomorrow. McTavish with the sign. Delivers on the outside part of the plate. Could not get Adair to go fishing. And that'll move the count to 1-2. McTavish now with the sign. Kicks and fires. Swung on a hit down the line, the first baseman, but it's foul, just on the foul line. Good call by the umpire there. We'll do it again. It feels like we've been at 1-2 on the count forever. We'll do it again here, McTavish. Getting the sign, looking down to figure out what that means, and delivers. The 1-2, low and inside. Good eye there by Adair. Ellen Adair not offering at it. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Good cat and mouse game here in this at bat between Adair and McTavish. Swung on a hit down the line. Hit hard but foul. Down the left field line, Adair having a quality at bat. You know, coaches, we start talking about what do you mean by it when you say it's a quality at bat. Anytime you can get 8 or more pitches out of an at bat, regardless of the outcome of that at bat, you've got to feel good about what you've done because you've gone up there as a hitter and battled. And Adair has certainly done that here in this at bat. The 2-2 offering from McTavish, swung on and hit foul. This has got to be 12 or 13 pitches now in this at bat. So this has been one of the better battles we've seen in this game between pitcher and hitter so far. McTavish now with the sign, delivers. Off the plate, and now Adair has worked it to a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Neither team able to do any damage so far. The Eagles have put runners on with nobody out, had runners at first and second with nobody out, but squandered the opportunity. That is hit sharply to Cotton, or to Schrader rather, but right at her, and so F4.
Between these two fine hurlers continues as
we have now played 3.5. We're halfway home, still no score. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Let's take a quick commercial break on the Game Time Sports Network. You're listening to TCCAA Championship Action.
I chose Columbia State because it was very convenient, it's close to home.
I get a real sense of community, a sense of family.
I absolutely fell in love with the campus and the faculty and the programs and everything like that, and it was so awesome for me.
Explore your opportunities.
Eddie Campbell Field.
Welcome back
to
Eddie Campbell Field as we continued action here at the campus of Columbia State. Throw down there by Calhoun. Chilton has the huddle there, and as we get ready for the bottom of the fourth inning, 2-3-4 due up for the Raiders. That'll be Emily Hawk, Zoe Cranford, and Paisley Campbell. First three due up for the Raiders. Chilton kicks and fires the first pitch. Swung on and missed there by Hawks. Hawks went for the home run, but came up empty. Chilton working quickly, delivers. That's fisted into right center field. That's going to go all the way to the fence. On her horses, Hawks, who will stand up with a double. First big break in this game so far, as we got a runner now in scoring position again for the Raiders. Now we'll see if they can plate one. The first hit of the game for the Raiders, rather. The Eagles have been able to put runners on so far, but McTavish has been able to deal. Now Chilton will have to work herself out of this one, as Zoe Cranford takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Cranford hit one off the Eddie Campbell field sign in the last game for the home run. The 0-1 delivery from Chilton. That's lifted into center field. On her horse is Moore. She's got it. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Paisley Campbell, who flew out to first base in her last time up.
Now for the Lady Raiders, it's their number 4 cleanup hitter, the third baseman, number 35, Paisley Campbell.
Chilton delivers. Swung on and foul back and out of play. 0-1 the count. Both pitchers have really done a good job of getting ahead in the count. Can't say that enough. You want to know why you've got a pitcher's duel going on right here? Both of them have just been getting ahead, and it seems like in every count with every batter. Swung on and foul back and out of play again. 0-2, and just like that, now Chilton's in the driver's seat and is going to have Campbell guessing as to what's coming next. The cat and mouse game from the circle continues. Chilton peers in and delivers the 0-2 pitch. High and away, tried to get Campbell to chase. She was offering none of it. 1-2 the count now. Still no score. Hawks lurking at second base. The 1-2 swung on and lifted in the air, but it'll squirt foul. The count will remain 1-2 strikes, and we'll do it again. You wonder who's going to blink first in a game like this. So far, the circle, they have been just exchanging blow after blow as that one's off the plate. 2-2 the count. The 2-2 delivery from Chilton. Swung on and fouled again. Campbell in another good duel. Here and again, approaching that 8-pitch at bat. So it was a quality at bat. It's a stat that we really don't track all that often, but I tell you what, I've heard expert hitters talk about quality at bats. If you get quality at bats, the average is going to come there. As that one's lifted into left field. On her horse is Riley. She backs up and makes the catch. A noisy F7 on the putout, and that'll bring up Kalia Lucas.
Stepping into the batter's box, it's number 10, the first baseman, Kalia Lucas.
And so if you're a Raider fan, you get a leadoff double. If you come away empty with this, man, you've got to feel like it's a missed opportunity. Lucas takes the first pitch inside, 1-0 the count, but tip your cap to Chilton. got herself in a little bit of a pickle and is on the verge of working herself out of it by coaxing a couple of fly balls. Off-speed pitch is left up in the zone, 2-0 the count. Now in a hitter's count for Lucas. Chilton is set and delivers the 2-0. Just off the plate, that'll be a 3-0 count. Coach McDaniel, does he give her the green light with a runner in scoring position? We're about to find out. She was taken all the way, and it was low. So now that walk will put runners at first and second with 2 out.
Number 2, Delaney Schrader.
And Delaney Schrader will stride to the plate. Runners at first and second, but there are 2 out in the inning. Chilton delivers. Swung on and hit back up the middle. That's going to get into center field. Hawks coming around second to around third, and she is going to be thrown out at home plate. A dynamite throw by Jada Moore from center field. It'll go down as a hit. 8-2 put out for the 3rd out in the game, and just like that, the Raiders were just that close to scoring the first run of the game. We have played 4. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Let's stay right here. And I'll tell you what, some momentum here, and you've got to like a game like this. If you're a softball purist, a pitcher's duel with good defense being played, my goodness, that's top-notch softball at the collegiate level at its finest right now. McTavish looks unfazed as she's ready in the circle and already warming up. As we move to the top of the 5th inning, both teams have had opportunities here with runners in scoring position and nobody out, but neither team able to push across a run yet. That's the closest we've had so far. And you wonder if Coach McDaniel sent her because the opportunities have been so slim so far in this game. So he was taking a chance, but Moore came up, was running in on that single, and came up fired with a beautiful crow hop. And in time for the play. McTavish delivers high, 1-0 the count. Here in the 5th inning of this playoff game, the 1-0 delivery. In there for a strike. She took a little bit off of that one here to even up the count at 1-1. As we said, the winner moves on tomorrow to play the Tigers of Chattanooga State. That game at 12:30. One and two the count. Swung on and missed. She had Riley out in front.
Now stepping up to the plate, it's the second baseman, number 4, Caitlin Cotton.
7 strikeouts now for McTavish. And that'll bring up Caitlin Cotton. I feel like I got cotton in my mouth right now. All the excitement of this game as that first pitch is outside. 1-0 the count. McTavish has the sign and comes set and delivers the 1-0. In there for a strike on the inside part of the plate. It'll even up the count at 1-1. Riley, Cotton, Calhoun, the three due up for the Eagles. Swung on and hit out of play. 1-2 the count. McTavish, who works quickly, delivers, popped up and out of play. And you've been hearing Jay all tournament long talk about the prize pack we're going to draw for, the nice camera with Game Time Sports swag. And after this out here, I'm going to give you the key word of the game. If you email info@gametimesportsnetwork.com, and with this word I'm about to give you, you'll be entered for a chance to win this prize pack. The camera's worth over $200 by itself. It's brand new. It's not used, and we're not going to use your email address to start spamming your account. We hate that as well, so we don't do it to anybody else. That's hit to short, or second rather, and bobbled at first base. And Cotton is called safe. So I think they're going to call, Richard's going to call E3 on the play. And so Cotton will reach on the error, and that'll bring up Macy Calhoun.
Number 22, Macy Calhoun.
So Macy Calhoun, number 22. And while we're talking about that camera here, you got to send in an email with this word scoreboard. Scoreboard is our word of the game. As that one sent into center field. Another sharply hit ball from the bottom of the lineup here, and that'll bring up the top of the order for the Eagles, and this could be dangerous right here. Runners at first and second with one out, and again, that key word, scoreboard. If you email that, info at GameTimeSportsNetwork.com, you will be entered to win not only the camera, but other swag that we have here. An insulated cooler that looks like one of those Yeti coolers that's awesome for coffee and drinks. It keeps it hot or cold depending on what you want. We'll also send you a T-shirt and some other stuff that we have around here. The 1-0 delivery in there for a strike to Jazz Watkins, who has flied out to second and struck out in her two plate appearances in this game. She's got an opportunity to put the Eagles ahead here, but McTavish has been dealing here in this game. The 1-1 threw it by Watkins. 1-2 the count. Both teams have had opportunities, but the pitchers have dominated the circle and worked themselves in and out of jams so far in this game. And now the Raiders find themselves in another jam. The 1-2. Swung on and hit sharply to second base. Flips up. Good play there by Schrader. Flips it to Hensley. Thought she had a chance for a double play.
Number 14,
4-6 on the putout. We'll have a runner at third as Calhoun and Watkins, who runs well, is over at first, and that'll bring up Madison Lanier, who has one of the few hits so far in this game with an opportunity to drive home a run. But there are two out in the inning as she takes that first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. You got to see. So now it's a 1-ball, no strikeout. What was the call? pitch clock, I believe, is the call. Pitch clock violation, so instead of the strike, they're going to call 1-0 the count. That's high, 2-0 the count. Now, you got to wonder in a pitching duel like this, whoever can draw first blood might come away with the victory, but we've got a lot of softball left to play here as we're in the top of the fifth. The 2-0 delivery from McTavish. That's high, 3-0. Another ball will load the bases for the Eagles, but there are 2 out in the inning, so McTavish has thrown a masterpiece so far. Taking all the way was Lanier. She takes that one down the middle for a strike. 3-1 the count now. If Lanier can get on, Davidson, who's the 3-hole hitter, will be lurking on deck. She is lurking on deck, rather. The 3-1 delivery. Swung on and hit, but snared out of the air by Campbell. L5.
The pitching duel and the fine defense from both teams continues as we are still scoreless. Coming up
we remain scoreless. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning here in this tight ball game. Still scoreless. We'll come back after these words from our sponsors in just a second.
At Walters State, our story is focused on student success. We're dedicated to creating an environment where our students can thrive, both in and outside of the classroom. So, what do you want to study? Pick a program. We've got over 150 of them. Some are transfer programs that prepare you to transition to a 4-year school after you graduate. We also have regionally and nationally recognized programs that immediately make you career ready. Visit us at ws.edu or give us a call to get started today. Write your story at Walters State.
Back at the action here, my buddy Jay Harper here with me doing PA. And, Jay, we got a dandy going on right here, man, a pitcher's duel, to say the least. I tell you, we've had a lot of offensive explosions so far, but, Jay, we've been given a masterpiece by these two in the circle.
Well, you know, we had previously we had a pitcher's duel in the previous game with Chattanooga State and Volunteer State, and then, you know, you had the feeling somebody was going to break through, and that's what happened. And who knows, that could be the case in this one.
Yeah, who blinks first is the question we have here, and so we go to the bottom of the fifth.
Now leading off this
for the Raiders, 7, 8, 9 in the order. Aaliyah Hensley waves at the first one for a strike, 0-1. Chilton still dealing from the circle here is again ahead in the count. Feels like we've been a broken record saying that all game long by both Chilton and McTavish about them being ahead in the count, but that's really been the catalyst for a lot of their success. 1-1 the count as that one was just off the plate. Chilton kicks and fires the 1-1. In the dirt. Good stop. By the catcher, Macy Calhoun. The 2-1. Swung on and fisted foul. That'll even up the count at 2-2 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. No score. Both teams have threatened. And we've even seen a play at the plate for one of them. But neither team able to scratch across the run as that one's in the dirt for a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Raiders shortstop. Just off the plate. Good eye there by Hensley coaxing the walk. Now the leadoff batter is on with nobody out. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Lizzie Lowe. Lowe struck out her last time. Infield will come in expecting the bunt. They're coming in at the corners. She lays down the bunt, but it'll go foul, 0-1. Always interesting to watch the rotation of the defense. Both corners, the third and first baseman, will charge in, and then it's up to the shortstop and second baseman to cover the rest of the ground if they field it. Again, squaring the bunt over to the third baseman, up with it cleanly to the second baseman. So the sacrifice bunt works beautifully as Hensley is now down at first base. So that would be 5-4 on the putout. And now due up is the right fielder Mara Yo, but it looks like that Coach McDaniel is going to go to his bench here. I can't quite see the number yet. So number 42 is Kaylin Shepard.
Now batting, pinch hitting for Mara Yo. It's number 42, Kaylin Shepard.
Kaylin Shepard pinch hitting with an opportunity, a duck on the pond, if you will, with one out. Shepard takes that one in there for a strike, 0-1. Runner in scoring position is Hensley. She got on with a walk and was pushed to second with a good sacrifice bunt by Lizzie Lowe. The 0-1 delivery off the plate. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Shepard wearing the Jackie Robinson 42 jersey. The 1-1 delivery. Swung on and hit to the first baseman. Up with it cleanly is Davidson, who steps on the bag, but over to third base goes Henley. So it'll be 3 unassisted for the second out, and that'll bring up the top of the order.
The top of the order with number 1, the center fielder, Kyla Swafford.
Kyla Swafford now with a chance to drive in a run here. She can reach safely. Infield in the middle is back. Infield at the corners are in as she fans that one. Swing and a miss. So the infield at first and third are about 4 to 5 feet in front of the bag. The second baseman and shortstop are at normal depth here defensively. That one's lifted into left field, and it's going to be trouble. A double by Kyla Swafford. RBI double will plate Hensley. And we now have the first run of the game. A good piece of hitting by the slap-hitting Wofford, who lifted it over the third baseman and just inside the foul line. Swafford, who runs well, made it easily into second base. Emily Hawks now the batter, and she takes the first pitch inside for a strike, 0-1. Hawks grounded to short and doubled in her 2 plate appearances. Officially 1 for 2 in this game. That pitch was low. That'll even account at 1-1. So Swafford changes places with Hensley on the base pass. And the Raiders have drawn first blood. Swung on and hit in the right field. That's deep. It could be trouble. But on her horse was Jazz Watkins, an over-the-shoulder catch, a fine catch indeed to end the inning and the threat. For the Raiders, 1 run on 1 big hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We've played 5 complete now. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the top of the 6th inning with the Eagles. After these words, you're watching TCCAA playoff action here on the Game Time Sports Network.
Ball State is amazing. Here you'll get a top-notch education with professors who inspire. And with Tennessee Promise or Reconnect, it can be very affordable. Ball State offers small class sizes, 4 convenient locations, and we are big on experiences. Whether you thrive in the lab, the studio, the field, the classroom, or just enjoy hanging around campus, join the family. Go to volstate.edu to get started.
All right, here we go. Top of the sixth inning for the Eagles. 3-4-5 due up for the Eagles. That'll be the first baseman, number 8, Brooklyn Davidson. Davidson to lead off here at the top of the sixth. Eagles trail 1-0, but they've got the heart of the lineup coming up here. So if they're going to get back into this game, this is who they want as Davidson takes that first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 the count. McTavish still dealing. 5 scoreless. She's logged 7 strikeouts in this game, and she's ahead in the count on Davidson as Davidson swings through that one, 0-2. Raiders lead it 1-0 here after plating one in the 5th. She climbed a ladder on that one. Davidson thought about it, checked her swing, but held up. Appeal down the first base. Umpire said no, she did not go. So it'll be 2-2 the count. Over but low. Correction, 2-2 to count now. The 2-2 offering from McTavish. Swung on and missed. Davidson goes down swinging.
The next batter for the Lady Eagles, it's the center fielder, number 18, Jada Moore.
That'll bring up Jada Moore, and now McTavish with 8 strikeouts in this game has been dealing a gem. This has been a fantastic game in the circle from Chilton and McTavish. You hate to see one of them losing as that one's lifted into short. F6 on the putout, and they're quickly 2 out in the inning, and that'll bring up Ella Chilton.
Now it will be pitcher against pitcher. Number 5 coming up to bat, Ella Chilton.
McTavish dealing. Swung on and belted, foul. Had a home run cut, put good metal on that one, but just a little quick with the bat speed there. The sun has gone down, and we no longer are dealing with the shadows here for these players. Swung on and lifted in the air. The first baseman calls for it, Lucas, and she's got it. So F3, 3 up and 3 down go the Eagles, and we move to the bottom of the 6th inning as we will take a quick commercial break and quickly get back here as, my goodness, what a game so far here, and we've got more to finish out, so we'll be back in just a second.
I chose Columbia State because it was very convenient. It's close to home.
I get a real sense of community, a sense of family.
I absolutely fell in love with the campus and the faculty and the programs and everything like that, and it was so awesome for me.
Explore your opportunities.
I have a very similar little system symbol thing that I do as well.
All right, we're back at it here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
stepping up to the plate to get
Zoe Cranford. So, again, 3, 4, 5 due up for the Raiders. They're looking for a little insurance. So, Zoe Cranford, the designated player, due up first here for the Raiders. Chilton kicks and fires. Just off the plate here, 1-0 the count. 1-0 Raiders if you're just joining us. And if you're just joining us, ask you, where have you been? Because this has been one heck of a softball game. The 1-0 delivery hit in the outfield, and the ballpark will not hold that one as Zoe Cranford has just gone yard again. The second time today she's done that one, and she is rounding third with the tongue out, wagging it, and rightfully so. So Zoe Cranford with a huge blast to dead center field. No doubt about that one. My goodness. She put good wood on that one. It's 2-0 here and nobody out here in the sixth. Check swing and foul by Paisley Campbell. No doubt about her from Zoe Cranford is kind of taking the life out of the Eagles and giving life to the Raiders even more, as it is 2-0 here in this pitcher's duel. Chilton, who's pitched a gem, really that's her only mistake, you could say, as she now has Campbell behind 0-2. The 0-2 off the plate, 1-2 the count. The 1-2 delivery. Swung on and fouled out of play. You can see Chilton when she's trying to get a little extra with that pitch. She her momentum kind of takes her to the first base side a little bit. You really see it kind of exaggerated with her motion here. And that 1-2 swung on and lifted and foul. Will the ballpark hold that one? No, sir, it will not. And back-to-back home runs. Paisley Campbell.
Her 19th home run of the season makes it 3-0 Roane State.
Paisley Campbell answers the Zoe Cranford jack with one of her own down the left field line, and back-to-back jack. The Raiders have now taken a 3-0 lead. And for the Eagles, Emily Gilstrap coming out to talk to her hurler and Chilton. And it could be just, hey, let's just do what you've done up until this game.
The next batter for Roane State, number 10, the first baseman, Kalia Lucas.
Kalia Lucas now, the batter, and she takes that first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Don't pay attention to the scoreboard. There are no outs. Now we got it corrected. There is still nobody out in the inning. Just off the plate, 1-1 the count. No activity in the Eagle bullpen. But Chilton has pitched a gem to this point with just the two mistakes. 3-0 here. Swung on and missed there by Lucas. And the count is now 1-2. Swung on and missed. Chilton comes back and gets the strikeout for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Delaney Schrader, the second baseman of the Raider, who singled.
Number 2, Delaney Schrader.
So Schrader singled her last time up, and her single went to center field, and then up with it cleanly was Moore and threw out the runner that almost got this game the first run, but that one's flied out to right field. Jazz Watkins has it, F9 on the putout for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Aaliyah Hensley.
Now coming to the plate, the shortstop, number 12, Aaliyah Hensley.
Hensley walked her last time up and came around to score the first run of the game. She takes that first pitch over but low. 3-0 now, Raiders. A little bit of an offensive explosion here in this sixth inning with the back-to-back home runs off the bat of Zoe Cranford and Paisley Campbell. The 2-0 delivery now from Chilton. Swung on and hit down the third baseline, but just outside the bag. It'll be foul. 2-1 the count here. Again, winner moves on to play tomorrow at 12:30 against the Tigers of Chat State. That game at 12:30 will determine who will play in the championship game against the Volunteer State Pioneers. The 2-1. She checked her swing. It got away from the catcher. They're going to say she did not go. So the count will now move to 3-1. Now on the Raiders shortstop. Swung on and hit foul down the third baseline. We'll do it again. But now, actually, we won't do it again. It'll be a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hensley staying alive with a quality at bat here. We'll go to the next pitch here, the payoff pitch from Chilton. Left it high. Hensley coaxes a walk. That'll bring up Lizzie Lowe.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 20, Lizzie Lowe.
Lizzie struck out her first time and had a good sacrifice to get Hensley down to second that set up the first run of the game. The Raiders doing a good job of playing small ball to get that first run, and then they played the long ball with 2 home runs. The small ball in the 5th plated 1. The long ball in the 6th is plated 2. One and one the count now on the Raider left fielder. She drops down the bunt, and it's a dandy. She really drops that bunt down and just killed it. It just deadened it right there about 4 feet in front of home plate, and nothing the Eagles could do about that, as now there's runners at first and second.
Mara
Yo, who was pinch hit for, is back in now. With runners at first and second, infield in at the corners. Yo, a slap hitter who runs well. So first and third will kind of creep in a little bit. Middle infielders, second and short, will play back at normal depth. She squares again to bunt, but takes it outside. It's 2-0 the count. If you're a Raider fan, a little more insurance will make you feel comfortable. If you're the Eagles, you want to get out of this for your last opportunity. Yo looks at that one outside. 3-0 the count. Bottom of the 6th inning here. Raiders have kind of taken control of this game now. The 3-0 delivery. Ball 4. And the bases will be full. And back to the top of the lineup we go with Kyla Swafford.
The top of the order returning to the batter's box. It's the center fielder, number 1, Kyla Swafford.
Swafford with the first RBI of the game as she doubled over the third base line, over the third baseman's head rather, to plate Hensley. She squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes the ball. 1-0 the count. Nowhere to put Swafford. And another insurance run is lurking at third base. And Hensley. Chilton's not missing by much, but she is missing. So that one was just off the plate. 2-0 the count now on the Raiders center fielder. Squaring the bunt with Swafford, pulls it back, and that one goes in the dirt. Now 3-0 and nowhere to put the speedy center fielder for the Raiders. Another ball, and it'll be 4-0. Chilton delivers the 3-0. Right down the middle for a strike. 3-1 now. Here comes the delivery. Ball 4 and another walk. That will plate Aaliyah Hensley, and that'll bring up Emily Hawks. And now Coach Dusty Rhodes is out to talk with the umpire. It makes some sort of a change here. We'll assume $4-0 is your score. The Raiders have plated 3 in this inning. Not sure what the discussion is, and I believe we now have a fan that has been told that his fan duties are over for today. So we'll have to have him leave the ballpark. And that'll bring up the catcher, number 27, Emily Hawks, as the bases remain loaded.
The next batter is number 27, the catcher, Emily Hawks.
The bases remain loaded. Is 4-0 Raiders. Ball in the dirt there. 1-0 the count. Hawks grounded to short, doubled, and flew to right in her 3 plate appearances. The 1-0 delivery. Low and in the dirt. 2-0. Chilton, who has pitched a great game up until this point, has had trouble finding the zone as she's walked 3 of the last 4. She finds the strike zone with that one. 2-1 the count. The 2-1 delivery. High 3-1 the count. Chilton delivers the 3-1. Swung on and fisted into the air, but it'll go into the Eagle dugout. And the count will now go full to 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 offering. Swung on and foul back and out of play. We'll do it again. A good battle here by Hawks. The delivery. Swung on and fouled off and out of play again. Emily Hawks getting some good swings in right now. Count remains full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on and hit down the line, but foul. That was about 6 inches down, but foul down the line. Good battle here between Chilton and Hawks in the 6th inning. The 3-2 offering. Swung on and missed, and Chilton strikes out Hawks, but not before the Raiders plate 3. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. Courtesy, 2 of those courtesy of Zoe Cranford and Paisley Campbell's home runs. We played 6 complete. 4-0 your score. We go to the top of the 7th inning, and we'll be right back after these messages from one of our sponsors.
I chose Columbia State because it was very convenient. It's close to home.
I get a real sense of community, a sense of family.
I absolutely fell in love with the campus and the faculty and the programs and everything like that, and it was so awesome for me.
Explore your opportunities.
All right, we're back at it here, top of the 7th inning. Last opportunity here for the Eagles as McTavish is finishing her warm-ups, throwing down to second base.
Leading off the inning, it's the designated player, number 3, Ellen Adair.
Ellen Adair leading off the bottom of the 7th, 6, 7, 8 due up for Dusty Rhodes' Eagles. We've already been informed that Blair Riley will be pinch hit for by Mackenzie O'Brien. She's on deck. As Adair takes the first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1, and hats off, player of the game definitely to Emma McTavish. She has pitched a gem to this point. 0-1 delivery just missed. 1-1 the count here. The Raiders are 3 outs away from playing the Chattanooga State Tigers tomorrow for the right to go to the championship game. Swung on and hit back and out of play. Winner of this game is guaranteed no worse to finish 3rd in this championship. But no one wants 3rd place. They want a chance to take home the hardware. The 1-2 swung on and hit foul back and out of play. Ellen Adair, the designated player, singled and flew out to second in her 2 plate appearances in this game. McTavish now with ahead in the count with the 1-2. And here comes the delivery. High and inside, 2-2 the count now on the Eagle designated player. If you're the Eagles, you don't need a home run here. You just need runners. Base runners is what you need to get started. 2-2 the count. Grounded to third. Up cleanly with it is Campbell. Across the diamond to Lucas in time. Adair dove into first base, but not in time.
It's number 1, Mackenzie O'Brien.
And there's one out in the inning, and Mackenzie O'Brien will pinch hit with Caitlin Cotton on deck. McTavish, 6 1/3 inning of shutout ball to this point. She's pitched a 3-hit gem to this point. First pitch low. 1-0 the count. McTavish has given up 3 hits, struck out. She struck out 8. That's a line you can be thrilled about and smile ear to ear as that one's fouled off. 1-1 the count. 6 1/3 innings of shutout ball to this point for McTavish with 8 Ks. The 1-1 delivery from McTavish. High and inside, 2-1 the count now. One thing you can say about these Eagles, they're not down until the last out has been recorded. They have been fighting and clawing all tournament long. McTavish kicks and fires a 2-1 delivery. That's lifted into left field, but foul will even up the count now at 2-2. Mackenzie O'Brien pinch hitting for the Eagles. McTavish has the sign in the circle and delivers the 2-2 pitch. Over but low. And the count is now full, 3-2. The full count offering now from McTavish. Swung on and hit back to the McTavish. She flips it over to Lucas in time. 1-3 on the putout, and just like that, the Raiders are one out away
the next batter is
for moving on.
Second baseman, number 4, Caitlin Cotton.
And now that'll bring up the second baseman, number 4, Caitlin Cotton. The first pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Appreciate everybody joining us here on the Game Time Sports Network as we've been bringing you TCCAA playoff action here. Come back tomorrow as we will crown a champion tomorrow. The 0-1 delivery swung, fouled off, back and out of play, 0-2. We'll have the first game tomorrow to determine who will move on to play the Volunteer State Pioneers. And then from there, whoever wins that game will need to beat Ball State twice in order to be crowned the champion. But we've got a lot of softball to play before then. The 0-2 delivery lifted in the right field, and a dandy play by the right fielder Mara Yo to end the threat and end the game. Dynamite play F9 to end this game, and your score.
Raiders of Roane State coming away victorious 4-0. They now will play Chattanooga State.
And Marty McDaniel's Raiders will move on to play the Chat State.
Volunteer State at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for the TCCAA Softball Tournament Championship.
The Roane State Raiders, the 5 seed, have clawed their way out and defeated and eliminated the 3-seeded Senators of Walters State and now the 4-seeded Dyersburg State Eagles. So the 5 seed has been continuing their good work, and they will move on to tomorrow's game against the Chat State Tigers. That ought to be a dandy, folks. I'm already looking forward to that game. But a gem of a performance by Emma McTavish. The shutout victory, she goes the distance. Big home runs by Zoe Cranford and Paisley Campbell.